So with all the ongoing talks of gender neutral laws in India, let's break down the meaning of gender neutrality of laws a little bit here. So when we are talking about gender neutrality of laws, this gender neutrality of the law can be on two levels. And it's important for you to understand that first. One, it can be in the definition of the victim of the crime. That a crime that happens against a woman or against a man, and the rest of the definition of the crime remaining the same. The other part of gender neutrality of laws is in the definition of the perpetrator. That such and such crime happening to a woman or done to a woman or a man by a woman or a man. You get what I'm saying here? So basically, gender neutrality of laws has to be twofold. Or I must say that gender neutrality of laws can be twofold. One is in terms of definition of the victim, the other is in terms of definition of the perpetrator. Now let us have a very basic understanding of what this debate against gender neutrality of laws has been in India. It has been an accepted fact that irrespective of the offence, we can have a gender neutral definition of victim, and that is of course fair. That much of it was largely or has been largely agreed upon. However, why that has not yet seen any implementation, I personally did not find any publicly available documents about why it has not been implemented. If you know about it, then please share it in the comments and I'd love to read about it. Or I'll update this video if as and when I get to know more about it. However, the debate has been that in a country where whenever a woman files a case of sexual harassment, especially if the woman is from a marginalized community, the level of victim blaming is unimaginable. And the consequences of the woman filing that complaint can be extremely brutal and life-threatening. Not just that, we live in a country where still, even today, it is quite a common practice to just ask the victim to marry her rapist and consider that as justice. As a society, till date, we have such a blurred concept of mutual respect and consensual intimacy versus sexual harassment. In such a society, imagine the checks and balances that would be required for implementation of a law where the gender neutrality of the perpetrator is defined as either a man or a woman. So if the question is, should we have gender neutral laws? Absolutely yes. That is a given. But what are the checks and balances that we would need in the procedural code or even in the definition for that matter? And what are the changes that we would need in the evidentiary law so as to truly implement gender neutrality of laws without giving rise to way more re-victimization of the victim than already happens within the system?